So this is for the Sarah Riel Inc. Resource review that we're doing. And yeah, we just have a few questions that we would like you to go through with us.
Sure, great.
So you guys are part of Taking Charge, as you mentioned. So what does Taking Charge do?
So we do several things. One is that we prepare single women and parents to upgrade their academics, and they begin with a personal development program, which really helps ground them, recognize their strengths and resiliencies. And then they move on to academic upgrading, and they'll complete a mature grade 12 or achieve additional credits that they might need if they already have a grade 12. And by that time, they will have chosen a career path, and then we send them off to college or university.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
That's one path. The other path is called Taking Jobs, and mostly women will come to us for assistance in job search, practicing interview skills, looking for jobs online. So that's strictly a job search path as well. And then the third component that we offer is childcare.
Yes.
And that's a huge support.
So we have an on-site 64-space childcare center. We can accept children from 6 months to 5 years. And so we keep the children safe and happy, and so the parents don't have to worry about them. And they're right on site, so they can come and see them when they need to or want to. And yeah, it works out really well.
Nice, that sounds amazing. So you said that it's mostly women that are involved in your programming?
Well, when we say single parents, we do mean single dads as well.
Okay.
But single parents is our mandate, and in addition, women as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you tell me what is expected of your participants in your programming?
Sure, we'll share that too. So participants should be prepared to be involved in programming for up to 2 years. That doesn't mean that it will take 2 years, but for some it might. Our programming is full-time. Pre-COVID, it was full-time. We're hoping that we'll be able to fill a day, but we're not certain what that'll look like. However, primarily from 9:30 to 3:30, people should be prepared to be involved in programming. If they have school-aged children, they should make sure that they have childcare because they might not make it home in time. What else should be expected?
Well, they just need to be committed to finishing the program. So it is a journey. So they do start at the beginning and then end up with whatever they came here for, hopefully. But they need to be aware that there is a process. So we are really good at what we do, and every person is worked with individually with a career counselor, and every path is different, but every path does start at the beginning.
Right. So for example, if someone had to go out of country for a couple of months and interrupt their programming, we would probably ask them to wait.
Yeah.
Or if they had some charges they needed to, make sure were dealt with, we would just hold a spot for them until they're ready to come and be here full time.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah. I guess the other thing they can expect from us is that we run a lunch program in the daycare. Like, they don't need to worry about bringing a lunch for their children or snacks or anything like that. We partner with Winnipeg Harvest so that we have food on site for participants if they're in a hurry or they just need a quick snack and coffee. Again, after COVID, that might look a little different, but so we try to really support people, nurture them and care for them so that when they're here, they can concentrate on their goals.
I can't even tell you how great of a resource that is. I haven't even heard of many programming that does that, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, we are one of a kind, actually.
We are, yeah. Have everything in one.
Because I feel like a lot of people will go to these things, right, that are all day, and if they don't have money, will try to go without food, right? That's such a big thing. Even having that little bit of a snack, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Part of our program also provides for bus fare. So transportation every month, we'll provide bus fare, a little bit of extra money just to help along, things like that.
Wow, it's just so good. I haven't ever heard of you guys before Danielle asked me to do this, so I'll definitely be spreading the word a lot now because I realize
we're kind of the best kept secret in town, so we're working on marketing ourselves a little more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, we've been around for 25 years and lots of people don't know about us. So it's definitely, we need to get out there. So we're hoping that this helps us get out there as well.
Definitely. I feel like Sarah Riel is kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Because I never knew about Sarah Riel before I started working there, and I was in social work school, right? And 2 years free mental health counseling for adults, right? People don't, and so many don't know, but you think that would be everywhere. People would be spreading that, right? So, same agenda, right?
Yeah, there are so many resources out there that people don't know about.
Exactly.
Or access, so.
Yeah. So like I said, doing these resource reviews and things like this and getting together, right? And bringing community and spreading word of mouth is, I think, so powerful.
Yeah, I agree.
So is there any common misconceptions about who Taking Charge serves that you guys notice in your day-to-day?
Absolutely. Single dads. There's probably, when people say we serve single parents, they immediately will go to moms.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes the single dads are forgotten, but we certainly want people to know that single dads are welcome and capable, and we definitely accept single dads into programming as well.
Yeah, that's great. And last thing, so how does someone get referred to Taking Charge?
People can come to us in a variety of different ways. Mostly people learn about us through word of mouth in the community. Someone they know, or a friend or a parent has come here. Most folks who come to us are approved through employment and income assistance, but they can self-refer, and then we can help them get that approval. So they don't have to strictly be referred by their EIA worker.
Yeah.
They can be referred by a social worker, community support worker. They can phone in themselves. They can contact us online, and then we'll help them to get the approvals they need.
Okay. And is there anything else? Like, we still have some time left. If you guys want to add anything at all about programming, about the agency, whatever it is.
So I would add one thing. Again, if people are with us 18 months to 2 years, once they're completed with us, they're going on to college or university, and they still need childcare. So one of the key pieces that our childcare department offers is assistance in finding new daycare in the community.
Yeah. We are not a permanent center, we are a temporary center. So as soon as a participant starts in with the programming, once they've completed a couple months, we will help them get on the registry and help them get into childcare centers in their community. As our center is open for 64 spaces, but we have new participants every 6 to 8 weeks, and they all have children, so it's a revolving door. Our staff are really good with new children. We have new children all the time, so they're very adept at making children and parents feel welcome. It's not an easy job. We get attached to children and then they leave us, which is sad. It happens in every childcare center, but most childcare centers get to keep their kids for 5 years. And we may see kids one time, or we may see kids for a few months or a year or two. But yeah, it's a little bit different, but
it's important that parents have childcare in their own community.
Absolutely.
And then they can continue on their journey wherever that may be, and have secure childcare. So it's not like they're on their own after they leave us. We make sure they're in a safe place. And I think it's important for parents to know, who maybe have never used a daycare or never have let their children be cared for by anyone else, that is our expertise. We're really good at it. And we really make children and parents feel welcome and safe at Taking Charge.
Yeah, that's great. And I like how you said different, and that's sometimes what we need, right? And I feel like having that advocacy for those parents is so key too, right? Because sometimes it's just a cold handoff, and then they're left not knowing what to do, right? And not feeling supported. So
Right.
yeah, having that additional extra support. I feel like you guys have so many additional little things that are put in place to really make it that your participants are successful while they're with you, and then kind of help them maintain and set up for success as they're leaving you as well, right?
Absolutely, and many of them come back to us after school for job search. So it's full cycle. It's first full cycle.
Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I'm really happy I've gotten this opportunity to have this quick but little, very, very informative chat about what you guys do. And the last thing, this is more of a personal thing she wanted me to ask you guys is, it's funny because I had to ask her what this even is. She wanted me to ask you, what is your favorite office knickknack? I didn't even know what that was at first. I had to ask her, I'm like, what is that even?
My favorite office knickknack. I don't know.
So I'm the only one who didn't know what that was, I guess.
I guess so.
Well, yeah.
No, we all have knickknacks in our office. I guess I have a couple of things in my office that remind me to find some joy, like smile, it's a new day, little things like that I really like in my office.
Yeah. I think I would have to say, well, I've been here for 11 years. So for the last 3 years, I've been director. But 9 years before that, I worked under a wonderful woman who taught me everything that I know. And I have a picture of hers that she left for me, and it just reminds me of her and reminds me of why we do what we do, and just to keep going, and everybody needs help. So it's we're here to help.